C 3553, Nature and Circumstance. This is part one. The second part will be history, and it will be the history and characteristics of the offense. So hello and thank you for tuning into this video series, Indicted and Facing Prison, Now What? My name is Mark Blatstein. And yes, I too in 2006 was indicted and convicted of a felony, losing my ability to practice medicine. To call this life-altering at best was an understatement at the time, and quite frankly, probably still is. With work, though, I was able to get my license reinstated in full in 2010, allowing me to practice once again. So my takeaway or the lessons here is that prison is a temporary, large, hard bump in the road. The goal of this series is to provide you with the information you're going to need to survive and navigate these times, because knowledge and preparation together are going to help you begin to build back your confidence that you're going to need through this process. Since you've learned that the Department of Justice and FBI, they've been asking questions, they could have showed up at your door, your office, or you received a target letter. Either way, at this particular point in time, their case against you is mostly complete, and they have a conviction rate approaching 98%. So delaying to take the next step is going to be at your peril. You need to hire a federal criminal defense attorney who has experience in federal court. Hiring legal teams just doesn't mean that they have experience, but they also need a proven track record of successfully defending cases like yours. Plus, you need to feel comfortable. It needs to be a good fit for you. Otherwise, you may not have the best possible outcome. The choices that you're going to make today are going to help your tomorrow. Should you have questions, please don't hesitate to call and consider engaging my services at 240-888-7778. This is your life, isn't your future. So we'll start. Why and how did you get involved? What was the level of involvement? What happened in this event, in this crime? How did it happen? What happened to you as a child? What drove you to participate? You need to really explain and understand the offense without making excuses for it. Sometimes at the time of what you were doing that was illegal, really, sometimes small things just lead to more wrongdoing. Was there a drug addiction, or did drugs, alcohol participate in the choices or decisions you were making? Where finance is tight, you want to talk about the offense. You don't want to minimize it. You want to explain it. You want a statement of remorse. Again, it's accepting responsibility, and it's having remorse for the victims you've harmed. Then you need to go into this part of it is your release plan, but you're going to change your life. When you're having this time within your personal narrative, within your release plan and your conversation with the judge, this is your time to paint a clear picture of how and why you became involved. What was your level of involvement? It's critical to ensure that you describe really what actually happened and what is finally outlined in the pre-sentence report. It needs to match, which means you need to have your attorney review with you what you're writing first. By doing so, you can provide a full and honest account of your actions, which will help achieve the best possible outcomes for your defense and for you. When considering your role in a particular situation or a crime or action, it's crucial to consider what motivated you, what to participate, why did you get involved, how did you get involved? Again, ensuring that you remember and what you write and what you speak and what you say in your conversations with the judge, everything that you do and say and write is consistent with the official pre-sentence report. It's if a specific incident or factor led to your actions, was there a trigger? Note it and explain what you're going to do to avoid similar situations in the future. Take the time to reflect on what you've learned from this experience. It's humbling, it's embarrassing, and whether it's triggered any memories from your emotions from your childhood. It's not unusual to have this happen. What drove you to participate, and how did you become involved again? If there's a specific incident or factor that led to your actions, note it and devise a plan to avoid these similar situations in your future. Part 2 is going to follow. To engage my services or have your questions answered, please call me today at 240-888-7778. This is my own personal cell phone, and I answer and return all of my calls. You can get all this information on my website for free at pprsus.com, P as in Paul, P as in Paul, R as in Robert, S as in Sam, US.com, otherwise known as Physician Pre-Sentence Report Service. Thank you for tuning in, and hopefully this helped you a little. Have a good day.